Cabin 13 Productions.
I'm such a loser, sweating God, I'm the worst.
Welcome back to the Chillcast, presented by the Woodsmen Podcast. We're your hosts, Brent Murphy.
And Joey Rucker.
And let me tell you, I am exhausted.
Same. Not only has it been a long day, but it's been a long month, Chad.
It has been a very long month. Today is currently October 30th, 2024.
Yep.
By the time you guys hear this, it'll be the start of November.
Mm-hmm.
And that means that you guys not only got our special spooktacular Halloween show of 2024, but you also have just received the first episode, Patreon, Back to the Cabin, presented by your boys, Mr. Barry and Mr. Wolfie.
Mr. Barry. That's not like that name.
Mr. Barry. And we hope you guys loved it.
I hope the Patreon has viewers so far. I mean,
we have one subscriber so far.
Yeah. Do we?
Yeah.
Do we know how that works, or do we see who it is?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if we need to say that, but I didn't know if we actually could see. I haven't looked into Patreon since I created it.
We haven't started the paywall yet, so I guess we won't say that they're a full subscriber until we see if they actually decide they're going to pay.
Unless we make a paywall within the next 24 hours, the first episode of the Patreon episodes may be free to all, depending on when you get to it. Maybe
I'll do the paywall tomorrow.
Yeah, if you can.
I'll be home.
Got to make them work for it.
You'll get it for $1. But we hope you guys enjoyed those episodes. We hope you guys enjoyed just the Halloween episodes in general.
They were fun to do.
They took a lot of time to produce, to edit, to release. Can't believe we honestly released all of them on time. I mean, the Halloween one, we kind of were already assuming we were going to release on Halloween, but some things happened and we ended up actually
it did come out a little later than originally expected, but like it kind of fit the vibe to post it on Halloween anyway.
So. Well, yeah, definitely. Especially for like just the topics at hand and like what we were actually discussing. I think it was a pretty good way to end the month of October.
I agree.
Well, as you guys may know, obviously you guys can't see our faces right now. Mm-hmm. We are absolutely burnt out, not just from life in general and the fact that we maybe have worked 12 hours today.
Yeah.
But, Halloween took a lot out of us. So we just decided it might just be best for us to take a little breather. You guys get a little breather. You guys don't have to look at our ugly faces on cam. And if you guys want to see it that bad, go subscribe to our Patreon where you can view our faces once more for the month of October.
Yeah, it just felt right to kind of take a little break. Like that's what these Chillcasts are for. One for us to just take a little nap.
Normally, when we do the Chillcast is because things go wrong, but actually nothing's gone wrong right now.
Yeah, for once we're actually doing the Chillcast for what it was made for. It was to just chill.
So, we hope you guys like this episode. It was recommended to us. Actually, we should
recommended by, I would say, Isaac, my cousin, but it was also likely from his fiancée, Alana.
I think it was from her. I think she was the one that commented.
Was it her?
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's our first topic that's been recommended that we've done, but it might be.
I think it's the first one that's been recommended over a comment.
Yeah. On
one of our socials. Yeah. So we hope you guys like it, and we are going to present to you guys some crazy "Am I the Asshole" stories on Reddit.
Yes, sir.
And by crazy, some of them are pretty crazy.
Yeah, just wild, funny, weird, sad.
Honestly, just sad. Like it's wild. Yeah. And I guess we're just gonna kind of give our takes, our hot takes. Maybe if we were in those situations, what we'd do.
Yeah.
So don't cancel us if we might have some sad opinions about these, and maybe just try and confirm, are they indeed the asshole?
Exactly. That's the point of this. We got to figure it out.
Yeah.
We're here to answer the question.
And chat, you need to help us out too. So we need you guys to comment.
Let us know if you agree or disagree with any of our takes and how we rate it or decide.
Let us know if we're wrong.
If you have any of your own "Am I the Asshole" stories, please let us know, because I feel like that would also be a hilarious thing
It
too.
really would. Like, instead of an Ask Me Anything, it's just the Am I the Asshole Anything?
Yeah.
It's just
That would be great.
Posted by listeners and viewers. That would be pretty sick.
Yeah,
Whoa.
so we have stories of our own that we've each individually brought up. We're gonna read them, and then we're gonna, like Brent said, we're gonna discuss whether or not this person is an asshole for what they've given us to rate and review.
You can definitely tell, by the way, how tired we are. Just in how we're talking right now.
It's fun though. it's fun to stay on schedule, even
though we're not on schedule.
we're trying to repair our schedule.
We are. We will be also recording another episode just in the next couple days.
This might be the first week in a while where we've technically recorded 3 episodes. One was Patreon, but we're still planning on recording very soon here for like the next full episode of Woodsmen. So.
Yeah, and like we've had a lot of life changes too, just for the fact that like started my new job this week, and on top of that, I'm working my old job this week, and trying to edit, and trying to get things out, and recording the podcast 3 times in 1 week.
Yeah, dude. Let's get into it.
Let's get into it. No one wants to hear my problems.
Or would you like me to?
I mean,
let's read our titles and let's see which one we want to hear first.
Okay, I have one lined up for the first one.
So do I.
Okay, you go first. Or
Mine
say your title
is,
first.
Am I the asshole for putting dinner away and playing video games after my girlfriend came home drunk?
First of all, no. But we're okay. Am I the asshole for Sorry. Am I the asshole for excluding my brother from the wedding because of his quote unquote fun facts?
All right, you go first.
Okay.
You go first.
Okay, cool. So this is by a Reddit user collect_royale_4033. And this was posted 1 day ago. This is crazy.
Nice.
So the 29th. All right. I have an older brother, David, 41. David has boundary issues and was in the learning disabled classes. My parents never let him out of the home. He has a very rough personality, and because he was never allowed to work or do anything, I'm sorry, this is like poorly written, so I'm trying was never allowed to work or do anything, so in his 40s, he doesn't have friends. Got it. He still dominates the conversation at every holiday with quote-unquote fun facts and goes off on those and doesn't really realize no one is listening. Oh, this already just sounds sad. This sounds sad, and I already know she's not going to invite him to the wedding.
Yeah.
Okay. My other siblings and I really don't like David because my parents...
Wow, just like that,
That's
huh?
crazy, bro. Bro's got a disability. Leave him alone. They don't really like David because my parents let him do whatever and just dominates whatever social settings we are in. My older sister eloped because of David being my mom. I'm sorry, this is just such a weirdly worded.
No, you're good.
Eloped because of David being my mom. Kept trying to find David a place at her wedding. Oh, because of David being my mom, kept trying to. Okay, sorry. If this maybe had correct punctuation, it would make it a lot easier.
That's fine. It's a Chillcast. We're chilling.
sorry, correct Royale. Don't mean to be that guy, but anyways.
But you hate your...
Yeah, I hate your writing style. Okay, so I'm getting married to Mel, and my youngest brother, Nick, is my best man. My sister, who is close to Mel, is in the bridal party. Her husband is one of the best men, and their son is a ring bearer. It's a guy that's saying that. For some reason, I was thinking this is a girl.
The main person writing.
The person writing.
Oh
is
yeah,
a guy.
I thought it was a girl.
I thought it was a girl as well. My wife wants a real wedding and not to be forced to elope like my sister did. David has no place. He's not going to be invited because the first thing he did was insult the ring that I got my Mel. Okay. Was his fun facts about how diamonds are worthless and do not resell well. I should have got her a secondhand engagement ring or a colored stone engagement ring. Oh, okay, so that's what David was saying.
Yeah.
Okay. We then got a history on engagement rings and marriage tradition. We tried shutting him up, but he wouldn't, and my mom said, let the professor talk. Even at 40, she thinks my brother's fun facts are cute. This put a hard no on Mel's stance that my brother can't come to the wedding. If my parents defend him even once, they are not coming. Oh, dang. So that's even the parents, too. That's crazy. She not wedding like my sister, and it's time for David to be put in his place. Oh, her not wedding. Dude, it's like I'm understanding what they mean right after I read it. Like, okay. Mom called and asked about wedding planning, and I told her she wasn't involved after what happened to my sister. Oh, what happened to my sister's wedding dress shopping. Parentheses, Mom brought David, who told everyone his fun facts about wedding dress history. That's when my sister decided to elope. Okay, first of all, there's only like 3 more paragraphs. I just want to say, you're going to invite just a male in general to wedding dress shopping?
It's already a little weird.
I
would assume. I don't know what.
I could understand just
I've
from
never
that.
been married,
I can understand from that. I mean, I think that's like the bridal party.
Yeah,
like that's
not
like their thing.
You wouldn't normally assume to be the.
That's like having
the brother of the groom.
Yeah, that's odd. That's odd. Okay, I'm starting to understand now. I told Mom if she and Dad wanted to come to the wedding as guests, they can, but David isn't invited. Mom didn't talk for a while. I think she started crying because my dad took over the phone call. I told him what upset Mom and said David isn't invited, and Mom can't be trusted to be involved in wedding planning without David tagging along. Dad said he doesn't understand why we all hate David, and I told him what is wrong with his fun facts. My dad said, the boy likes to talk and there's no harm in it. I told my dad that's the thing. There is harm in David's fun facts, and now no one wants to be around him. Dad started arguing, saying stuff in defense of David, and I told Dad we are all at a stalemate, and I guess all 3 of you won't be coming to the wedding. Oh, that's wild.
Wow.
That's wild. I'm sorry, but that's just how it is. I ended the conversation with my dad and my mom My dad and my mom has been upset texting me like a crazy person to everybody about how we all need to understand David. What I'm doing is mean. Mel feels like the whole thing is why I can't invite David or my parents. I agree that they can't even be trusted to come to my wedding without sneaking David in. Now, I'm sorry it took me a little while to get through chat.
It's been a long day.
It's been a long day, but that was just worded very weirdly with no punctuation. So
some of the phrases that they used are common phrases that you say in normal conversation, but like in
don't
writing,
read well. They don't read well.
Yeah, they're supposed to be like punctuated.
Yeah. So what I'm getting is obviously David is it's like an energy vampire. And Joey said funny off mic.
Yeah, I
get it 100%.
No, I totally understand the frustration. That makes absolute sense. I've had friends. Okay, I've had acquaintances who are a lot like, what was his name? The one with
David.
David. I've had a lot of acquaintances over the years where they've acted like this, and where they're not necessarily bad people, but like just because of their tendencies that they can't necessarily control, it's only human that you get frustrated with it. So that makes absolute sense. Are you the asshole for not inviting them to your wedding? My heart goes 2 ways, and that's why I'm like, I'm torn. This is a good one to start on. I don't know if you're like torn too. Maybe you're just like absolutely in on one or the other. But to me, I'm like, okay. I think of all things, a wedding is, especially dependent on the family, is one of those moments in your life that you'll never get to do again unless you remarry, and that's fine. But like, I mean, if this is the one, you're not going to have a second wedding.
I mean, you can.
You can, but the magic is not the same, especially after what they're doing to David. It's not
what they're doing to David, what David's doing to them.
Well, hold on.
Actually, it's not even really David. I think it's like more the parents.
I think the parents are mostly at fault here.
Yeah.
I agree. I do think, though, that there's some unnecessary hatred to David, though, when he can't really. These are tendencies that just people can't help. With these kind of, was it a disorder? Was it what was it?
Yeah, mental, or no, I can assume if they, I mean, the way they worded it, like he was in the special ed classes or whatever.
And so, like, it's just like these are the types of people that you have to be patient with. Wouldn't you agree?
I mean, yeah. Why do you see? You're looking at me like I was going to
you initially
disagree, but
stated what David's doing to them. So it kind of sounds like you're more on the side of David is the problem, and it's justified to not invite him.
Well, I mean, first of all, I know I'm going to sound like the asshole. I think it is justified not to invite him.
Okay.
And I only say that. I'm not saying like anything against him. I'm saying now that I know that the story is in the husband or soon to be husband's eyes,
Mm-hmm.
and it's his soon to be wife saying that like this puts a damper on her day. At the end of the day, the wedding is for them. It doesn't matter what the family thinks or
I agree
what's
with
going
that.
on with them. It is their day. And if the soon to be wife doesn't want them there, I mean, at that point, it's kind of, you got to respect the wishes of the bride, you know?
No,
Like, not to be that guy,
if
but
the
it's
bride
like,
wants
you
it,
know.
I'm not going to sit here and
And
try and
es-
argue that that's wrong.
And
It's-
especially with the writer's mom bringing David to a dress fitting or dress shopping
Mhm.
for his sister, and they already had the same thing, enough for the sister to go and elope.
Yeah.
So it's like you have to think like how bad are, you know, he's probably given some light examples of these fun facts, but if it's enough to have a family member like, I'm just gonna elope, you know, it's like what can
Yeah.
you do, you know? Like, now, like I said though, I think most of this is on the parents.
Mhm.
If you can't understand why they,
Oh yeah, well,
You
because
know.
I was saying that you have to be patient with these kind of people,
yeah,
but it's also
the parents
if
also
you're
have to
blind
give
to
some
the fact that you have to be patient or why you have to be patient, because that's what it sounds like. The
yeah.
parents are like almost blind to why the fun facts can get old or infuriating or offensive.
Yeah.
Because he talked about the ring, you know, and
It's
how
like being in a relationship for the first time.
Mhm.
And like they hang out with all of like your friends, and all of your friends find them annoying, and then your friends try and tell you, but you're just completely blind to
Yeah,
the
you're
fact
oblivious
that
to
like
it.
you're like, what do you mean?
Been there.
You know,
No,
like
no, it's tough. I
It's a
would
hard
say
one for
though,
sure.
if we have to put a Woodsman stamp on it, I could say that you're not being the asshole.
yeah, I don't think you're being the asshole.
It's
I think-
understandable.
I think things could maybe be handled different, but I can't tell you how you could personally
yeah,
handle
it's
it
a tough one.
because I mean, I'd be in your shoes. I'd be like, you know,
Yeah.
if you can't respect that, then I guess you're not invited to my wedding.
Yeah.
You know, and I'd probably do the same thing. So,
Yeah, because you're right. At the
you
end of
know.
the day, it is your wedding. It's yours and your wife's wedding.
yeah,
your
and
fiancé.
especially if you're not expecting the parents to pay for anything, it's
Yeah.
like, okay, like you're a guest. Like you
Mhm.
said in the writing, it's like
Yeah.
you guys are guests, he's a guest, but like if we don't want these guests here, then oh well, you know.
Well, there you go, chat. There's your first one.
We sound like terrible people, but
I wonder if we do. I wonder if people do interact a lot with this topic or of discussion. If there will be some people who completely agree with us. You know.
yeah.
All right, let's do mine. Mine, to remind chat, is am I the asshole for putting dinner away and playing video games after my girlfriend came home drunk? This is a story also on Reddit from user Old Dinner 22. This was posted a month ago.
Oh,
Alright.
so all these are like relatively
recent.
recent.
My girlfriend and I live together. I am 29 and she is 26. We've lived together for 6 months. I have been very busy at work and with life. So yesterday I was really looking forward to cooking dinner for my girlfriend. Oh yeah, they do word these things different.
Okay,
weirdly.
cool. So I'm glad it's not
Because
just
it
my
says
story.
looking forward to dinner for girlfriend and relaxing. We had this planned all weekend. My girlfriend is more of a social butterfly than I am, so she had plans yesterday morning with her friends. She had brunch at 11, and I was planning on having dinner ready by 6:30. I expected her to have a few mimosas at breakfast, but nothing too crazy. Maybe she'd get home and take a nappy nap before dinner.
Sounds like me after having some mimosas.
Yeah.
Time for a good 11 a.m. nappy nap.
Basically, brunch turned into going to one more bar after around 1 p.m., which turned into more bars, which basically became bar hopping all day. She was texting me.
Dang, you went bar hopping day drunk? That's
day.
crazy.
It's man, dude, morning mimosas, they're a dangerous game.
You just feel like you could take on the world after like 5 mimosas,
Yeah.
dude.
She was texting me insisting that she will be home in time for dinner, but by the way she was talking, I could tell she was drunk. I started making the pasta around 5 p.m. Around 5:30, I saw her Snap story that she was doing shots at a bar in a completely different neighborhood of Chicago.
First of all, he's 29.
Yeah.
How old is she?
26.
26. She's 26, and she's still snapping her getting fucked up at bars. On her story, it's different like
Hey,
sending
man.
it to someone, but on your story, you don't have
Yeah.
a career job in mind
Yeah,
at 26?
That's a good point. I was gonna say we're still young. We can have some fun out
It's
about,
different.
but you're right. If you're just like posting yourself doing stupid stuff, like not even thinking about your day job or your career.
I mean, it's different if it's like, a friend's birthday and you guys are at a house or something. And you guys
Mhm.
take the, the boomerang of like you guys like clinking your shots or
Yeah.
whatever. That's different.
but
but,
kind of
like-
like this.
Yeah. Yeah. I got you. Don't worry. I got you.
Okay, cool.
It's like, no, I understand.
I understood.
Like, okay, I'm sorry.
But yeah.
Continue.
Okay, okay.
Continue. I already feel like she's
Um,
the asshole, not him.
Around 5:30, I saw her. I'm sorry. I didn't want to be the boyfriend who nags, so I let it go. I was getting seriously annoyed because I was thinking, oh, great, she's going to be hammered for our nice night that we planned. At 6:30, she was not home yet. I saw on her location that she was now at a different bar from where they were taking shots at.
My God.
Wow, this is insane. It's a lot of alcohol.
That's a lot of alcohol for brunch.
Yeah. I ate and asked my friends if they wanted to play PlayStation, so I packed the food, put it in the fridge, and hopped on PlayStation with the boys. Girlfriend arrived around.
Sorry, chat. There's like astronomical fireworks. Oh, someone probably won the World Series or the World Series. I don't
Oh,
know.
yeah.
Baseball. I'm not gonna say World Series because I don't know if that's what it's
I
called,
don't
and I
know
don't want to
either.
get canceled. Go Dodgers,
So,
I guess.
yeah, I guess whatever the other one is, go them, because I don't care about sports. I don't know who's better. Girlfriend arrived around 7:15 p.m., clearly drunk. She asked what the was I was doing, and what about dinner? I said she was late and dinner was done, but it's in the fridge so she can heat some up if she wants. She apologized for being a little bit late, but basically gave me a half-assed laughing apology, in quotes. You never know what to expect when the girl gang goes to brunch. I said, that's fine, but I know.
Wait. Can I read that? I'll read that.
I think someone won.
I think someone definitely won.
That or we are being attacked.
They're here.
They're here.
They're in the trees. Not Siren Head.
What were you going to ask?
I want to read that quote from her. What was it?
You never know what to expect when the girl gang goes to brunch.
You never know what to expect when the girl gangs go out to brunch.
That's probably
Because you have to think the drunk
Yeah,
laugh like
yeah.
after. Yeah.
I said, that's fine, but I now have other plans. She called me rude and went to bed. We haven't talked much about it today, but I can tell she is being passive aggressive. So am I the asshole?
Oh, hell no. First of all, buddy, whatever your username was,
Cold Dinner 22, I think.
you were not that he named it Cold
that's
Dinner.
funny.
Oh
Yeah,
my God. Is that a throwaway? Fucking
awesome.
That's crazy. Well, first of all, Cold Dinner. You did nothing wrong. At
No.
least maybe I'm gonna sound dumb because I'm in the guy's perspective, but like I wouldn't expect anyone to do it for me. Like, I wouldn't expect, like, if I'm gonna, supposed to have dinner with Ashley or something,
Mm-hmm.
and then I get plastered. First of all, did she drive home?
Yeah.
You're telling me from 11 to like 8 p.m. you've been drinking? If you drove home,
that's the wild thing
that's
to me.
crazy.
It's like,
but
it's inconsiderate to him, but it's also like crazy to herself. Like, there's so many aspects to why this is just a shitty situation.
and it sounds like from what he said, like, oh, she's a social butterfly. I'm really not that kind of guy. It sounds like you chose the wrong person
I was gonna
who's
say,
willing to go, because it sounds like it probably wasn't really bars. It was like clubbing.
yeah, she
at least
doesn't
towards the
sound like a
end,
social butterfly to me. She sounds like an alcoholic.
Either
Like,
that or
just
she's
genuinely.
she's just one of the, and I'm not saying it's just girls. Guys do it too. I mean,
No,
it just sounds like
absolutely.
oh, my scene's the club or my scene's the bar, and then it's like at that point, if you're not that kind of person, like, it might be doing stuff other than drinking.
Yeah.
If she's that inconsiderate of like his feelings,
Mhm.
especially when they had planned this out.
Yeah, it's like, this is your significant other. You guys made these plans prior. He doesn't mind you going out with your friends and hanging out. Like, and some guys are weird about that,
Yeah.
Some guys,
Like, yo, you can't dress like that if you're going out. You
go out to
can't
the
do
bar with
this.
your
You can't
friends.
do
Like,
that.
what if guys
Yeah.
look at you the wrong way? And it's like, he's completely chill about it. He's allowing you to go have your fun.
Yeah, he didn't even sound like he was mad. He's just like, okay, well, I guess she's late, so I'm just gonna play COD with the boys or something.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
it's like I don't know. I mean, yeah, you'd probably be pissed, like, like, I was hungry though, and like now I gotta heat it up while
It
I'm
was
drunk.
7:30. It was
you know?
like an hour later, and I hadn't had any pasta.
Yeah, but it's like, okay, well, heat it up and go eat or something.
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah.
don't know. She doesn't get any sympathy from me.
No, I don't think you're the asshole at all in this situation. Cold
No.
dinner.
I think it would have been different if you came up to her with the attitude when she got home or whatever. But
Yeah,
you
but
were
the
just
fact that you were
playing game.
super
You were
civil
just,
about it, like, yeah,
it's
no.
like, yeah, no, we had plans. You weren't here, so I made other plans.
Mhm.
It's not like he threw away her food. Like,
No, he
went
saved
and
it
put
for
it
her.
away. Like, yeah, like, nah, dude.
Nah, you're
You're
totally
good.
good on this.
You're
one.
good, cold dinner.
Stamp of approval from the Woodsman.
I
not
would-
the asshole.
Oh, dude, we need to message these people on Reddit and tell them we read these stories.
we should.
We should do it. Because cold dinner sounds like bro literally made this account to post this on Am I the Asshole?
Yeah. Do you have any smaller stories?
I
'Cause-
do. I
okay.
have a 3-paragraph one.
I think I have one like that too. Maybe we could do like one more each and
Yeah, I'm
wrap up.
down. Am I the asshole for getting my ex-wife and children uninvited from a Halloween party?
All right.
I think this is fitting. Especially since we're recording on the 30th. My God. Sorry, chat.
Wild.
These
yeah, sorry
fireworks
for the sounds
are wild.
if it gets too bad for sound, but
Yeah.
it's
This is
Yeah.
crazy. This is crazy out here. All right. So my 37 male I'm sorry. This doesn't make any sense. It says my 37 male ex-wife. So I think they maybe put these numbers in the wrong place. So I'm
Oh.
assuming this person is the male who's 37
okay.
and his ex-wife is 35.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm just gonna read it differently, I guess. I'm a 37-year-old male, and my ex-wife is 35, and we've been divorced for 6 years and have 2 kids together under 10. The divorce was not unusual, but a pattern emerged during that time where it seemed like my ex would try to intrude into my business whenever possible. Already a red flag. Her boundaries are not good, or rather, her willingness to respect my boundaries. Some limited examples include I kept the home, but even after moving across the city, she felt entitled to enter my home whenever she wanted. She created fake social media accounts to try and keep tabs on me, and freaked out on me several times when I started dating, despite being in a relationship with her affair partner. As a result, I decided to do everything I could to avoid any crossover in our lives other than the children. I stopped talking to mutual friends and built my own network of friends that she doesn't know. It's been great for my mental health. Many of my friends live in my neighborhood, but my ex didn't know them when she lived here. She has interacted with them briefly at school events because my kids are friends with their kids as well. When my friends have asked about her, I kept the information limited and not share the extent to which she had made my life difficult during our marriage. wow, it sounds sad, dude. It sounds sad being in this kind of situation.
Yeah.
Like a takeover. Yeah. Oh, man. Okay, let's keep going. So recently, my ex took my oldest to a birthday party for one of my friend's kids. Apparently, during that party, the moms were talking about our Halloween party coming up around my ex. I don't have my kids this year, but I go every year. According to my ex, she was invited to bring the kids, and according to his ex, she said that she was invited. Interesting. Okay. Was invited to bring the kids, and according to my friend, she invited herself via after the birthday party. Oh man, this sounds great. Oh man, we love people like this. I can already tell you what my answer is. The truth is probably somewhere in between. Nonetheless, 2 of the wives told me about it the next time I saw them, literally hours after seeing my ex at an event for our kids. They were apologetic and said they weren't sure how it happened and were asking if I was okay with that. I told them that I need her to not be there and that I'd offer to have the kids and bring them to the party if she wanted. My friends were understanding and said they'd support me however I needed. I told them I'd make it about me, not them. Not surprisingly, my ex didn't go for it and was insistent that she was going. Oh, hell no, dude. This girl's making me mad. This led to a contentious back and forth where she accused me of trying to control her, demanding that if I wanted her not to come, I needed to call her, parentheses, where she usually tries to steamroll me, end parentheses, and claimed that I was violating her boundaries by talking about her with my friends. Oh,
Okay.
She also insisted that she's allowed to be friends with anyone she wants, and I can't stop her from befriending these people. I finally ended it by telling her that she had been uninvited and I was the one communicating it on behalf of my friends. She then told my kids that I uninvited her from the party, and they were mad at me for a few days. So, am I the asshole? First of all, fair exam. No.
No, you're not.
No whatsoever. You guys had a unusual divorce to begin with, you said. You said that, and again, you gotta take it with a grain of salt. I don't know your guys' story, but
there are toxic traits that are inarguable.
First of all, making fake social media accounts to keep up with your ex-husband is wild. Like, if you want them so bad enough to keep tabs on them, then why the did you divorce?
Yeah, and like to say stuff like, I'm allowed to befriend whoever I want to befriend. Like, okay, from an objective point of view,
like, fair.
That is true.
That's fair, yeah.
But this is a delicate situation, This is not like, this would be like if someone's befriending, I don't know. I can't think of a good example, but it's just like, it's a different thing when it's your ex-husband or your ex-wife.
And it's friends you don't know.
Yeah.
Like, he made it clear, like, these are friends that I made.
Knew, right?
Yeah.
Or that he at least previously made.
Yeah. Yeah.
Before
so she didn't even, like, know these people. You're going to invite yourself to a party that your ex-husband's going to be at?
The biggest red flag. Yeah. That was kind of like where I was like,
But it's your ex-husband. First of all, what logical person wants to be at
it's
any
a manipulative
party
game
with, like,
it's totally on purpose, and that's why he's not the asshole. You can tell when you invite yourself to a party knowing that it's going to involve your ex-partner, absolutely it has to have malicious intent. Is that
like, it's got to be something where, like, oh, I'm gonna stir up problems.
Yeah, exactly.
And like, he already
petty.
doesn't want you there. He already doesn't want you there. You already know that. You don't know these people. I'm pretty sure they were apprehensive about you being there in the first place, talking to them.
Yeah.
And, like, no, dude, you're good, man.
I would say on this one.
I would say delete all your social media, get a new phone number, create different social media, maybe under a different name or a nickname or something like that, and get her far away from you. I mean, I would even say move into a different house. Like,
did it say? But it said that he has kids.
But you could still.
It's just it makes it tougher if they're sharing custody.
You're right, because he did say they were under 10.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, that's hard. The problem is like letting yourself into a house that you no longer own. Like that. First of all, that's like room for like, what if I thought you were an intruder and I had a gun? Like, what, you know, like that's just too.
No.
Well, you
stamp of approval, not the asshole.
Not the asshole. I wish there was one that we had where they definitely were the asshole.
Yeah,
I didn't.
I'm
get
not sure
any.
if we're gonna get in. I don't think mine's gonna have one either.
Let's dive in. Let's dive into your story.
All right, one more for chat.
What's the title?
Am I the asshole for refusing to role play as a cat girl for my husband? Or I can show you the other options. One's kind of long, but the other one was.
I didn't do that for the story title. I was doing that because I'm trying to think if you'd be the asshole.
If you'd be the asshole, because I have one more that's shorter, but that one's kind of.
I mean, we found some of these together, and the licking of my man's armpits during
that one
sex
was odd.
is pretty...
I don't even have that one here, but that
You're
one
definitely
was
not the
weird.
asshole, but I would definitely say maybe find a new boyfriend.
Yeah, no, I think I'm gonna stick with this one.
Yeah.
All right. I lost it. Sorry, chat. Okay, I have it back.
What? Sorry, chat.
This is from user thinsock4789 from 2 months ago.
Man, all of these were this year. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
So I, a 24-year-old female, is married, and my husband is also 24. My husband, since I've met him, showed interest in cute stuff, including animal anime girls. His favorite animal is cats.
Cute stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Before
All right.
an interesting one. Before we got married, he told me, when we get married, I would like you to role play as a cat. I refused.
What? What?
Yeah, you're
What?
like, hold the phone.
We're not gonna speed past like you did. You guys aren't even married and say some weird stuff like that.
Yeah, you're
I'd be
just like
I
in the
think I gotta
dating
go.
side of it all, and you're just like, hey.
Like have a regular kink like liking feet or something, bro. Like you want your you want your girlfriend to just be a cat.
And that's the thing. Did he
not
say,
a cat girl? I want you to role play as a cat. Meow. Like
Oh
that's
my God.
bestiality,
When we
buddy.
get-
That's
yeah,
wild.
role play as a cat. You're right. He didn't even clarify that he wanted it to be a cat girl. Oh, red flag.
That's like
red flag.
that's a black flag,
That's
buddy.
a
That's
black
like you
flag.
need to get out. He might be a murderer.
I refuse due to being grossed out from anime cat girls and how much they go overboard in acting cute and innocent, and brushed the thing off. He got mad at first, but let it go.
Got mad. What the hell is this,
Brent is
dude?
baffled right now.
What is happening? This is like that guy in China that spent like $12,000 for a dog suit to crawl around on his knees in a dog suit.
When we got married, the topic was brought up again by him several times, until one time he told me at least do it for him for the sake of he had a hard time at work.
What? When I have a hard day at work, I'd slam down a
go to
vodka
bed.
shot and I go to bed. That's what I do.
So I gave him a condition that he role play a cat as well. So in my mind, I would see it as an activity we do together. And that is when he got furious and threw a fit about he is a man and it would break his ego if he did this. I snapped and told him I'd never ever cosplay as an anime cat girl as they are gross in my eyes. And he wants me to do something for him, yet refusing to do something for me as well. Am I the asshole? I'm trying to see if this next part is part of it or not. No, that's mainly it. So first of all, stamp of approval. No, you're not the asshole. But like,
What the hell is happening
You might-
in 2024?
yeah, this is kind of. Listen, everyone can have their interests. Everyone can have their kinks. But Brent made a good point. Like, when he first brought this up to her, he wanted her to just, like, pretend to be a cat. Like, I don't know what that means.
I would like to see what the other comments on Reddit are on this.
Purr for me.
That is...
Lay on the bed and...
guys, chat.
Lick
This
your
is
asshole?
like I can tolerate a lot. I can tolerate a lot. But what the hell is this? Like, what?
I totally broke Brent. It's funny.
And you're gonna stay with this man?
that was the thing I was almost curious.
Infuriating, quite frankly, a little bit serial killer-ish. And you're just like, the first thing I gotta do is stay in the relationship, but I'm gonna make a Reddit post about it. Like, bro, like what? You're 24 years old. I'm your age.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, if someone said something like that to me, or if I had a homie
So
that
if
said,
your girl
hey,
was like,
my
"Hey, I
girlfriend
want
the
you to
other
dress
night."
up as a dog and like bark,
No.
put a collar on."
No.
Okay.
No.
You're like, nah, that's where I cross the line.
If the homie came up to me
homie,
and
but
as
it's not
a
homie.
no, and as a flex said, hey, hey,
yeah.
guess what my girlfriend did last night? Like,
She pretended to be a freaking squirrel.
like, I would stop being friends with them.
Yeah.
I would like, and you're gonna stay with this
No,
man?
it's weird. It's like, but and
I
okay,
mean,
but
don't
to
get
be-
mad
to
for
get
him
more
asking.
serious,
Be
right?
mad that he is furious.
That's what I was gonna
for
say.
your request.
To be as serious as we can with an absolute monstrosity of a topic as this. Everyone has their kinks, that's true, but it's the fact that he's so appalled by even like you making a very understandable
Considerable request.
You finally caved and you were like, okay, I'll do it, but you have to do it too. So that way it's like we're both being weird.
So I don't feel
we're
like
both
an
being
animal.
kooky.
So I don't feel like an animal.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. So I don't feel like your pet, you know?
I mean,
And-
what would he feel better? She said, "Act like an alpha male dog" or something.
Yeah,
Like I
it's
don't
just
understand what
strange. It's you're not the asshole, but you might want to. I don't know.
you're a little crazy if you're gonna stay with him. I will
if
say
you're gonna
that.
stay with him after like going nuts and psycho on that. I mean, you're married now, so that was a mistake. You had the signs.
You had the out. You had the out.
You had plenty of years
And
to
now
consider this.
you're stuck. And now you're stuck. Just get out before you guys have kids or something, because that.
Yeah.
Like, oh, how was I conceived? Well, I caved and I had to be a cat for a night. Like, dude, what?
Your mom dressed as a hamster one night.
And I was like, oh, hell yeah.
Oh, that's my darling.
Nah, dude, that's
Nah.
wow. These
Yeah,
are
these are some interesting ones. I hope you guys enjoyed this little chat about Am I the Asshole?
yeah. I
Let
won't
us-
be not thinking about this for like another 3 days, dude. Like, what? I mean, these are recent. We can hit them up
Yeah,
about
that's
these
true.
stories.
That's very true.
Hit up the op. Be like, hey, just asking. You left, right? Like, you.
Yeah, you left this guy, correct?
She's like, no, I'm actually pregnant with his first kid, or sorry, his first kitten. I don't know.
Yeah.
Nah.
No.
Well.
If you guys enjoyed any of these, and you have any stories of your own, or you just want to let us know if you agree or disagree with any of our takes, because
Yes,
maybe
please.
some of you think we're absolute
Maybe
Neanderthals.
we're the assholes.
Yeah. Let us know. You can obviously, as we've said in many a episode, you can comment and let us know stuff at Woodsmen Pod at Gmail. The Woodsmen Pod.
The Woodsman Pod at Gmail.
Gmail.com.
And then you can also comment on Instagram at Woodsman Pod. Don't forget to rate, like, subscribe, and find us wherever you guys get your podcasts, with video also exclusively on Patreon.
Yep.
Which makes sense now because
Yeah.
we have an episode out now. So we hope you guys like it. We hope you guys enjoyed this Chillcast, and we'll probably
We'll be back in the swing of things next week. With full episodes.
with a great topic that I'm very excited. One of my favorite movies,
Mm-hmm.
and it's based off real life.
Oh my God, is this going to be the first movie technical review that we've done since the OG episodes?
Yeah.
Wow, good
Well, it's
stuff.
more of a compare and contrast.
Yeah, compare and contrast. It's not exactly the same, but
We're not gonna tell you what movie it is because
Nope.
we want to leave you guys surprised.
nope.
But yeah. Hope to see you next week.
We've been your hosts, Joey Rucker.
And Brent Murphy. Later, Gators. The Woodsmen Podcast is actively reading and responding to everything and anything on Instagram and our email. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns about the show, or would like to possibly be on the show, you can email us at thewoodsmanpod@gmail.com. Make sure to keep up with all things Woodsman related on Instagram as well, at WoodsmanPod. Don't forget to rate, like, and subscribe to the Woodsmen Podcast wherever you get your podcasts, with video exclusively on YouTube and Patreon. Make sure to follow our personal accounts at Strange Kids and Pie Master J on all platforms.
The Woodsmen Podcast is co-produced by Brent Murphy and Joey Rucker.
Our technical producer and engineer is Eric Bessero at Elite Sound Studios, with additional engineering by Brent Murphy.
Video editing by Joey Rucker, and Blood, Sweat, and Tears by all of us.
Any additional content by the Woodsmen Podcast may not be used without our permission. Copyright Cabin 13 Productions.